12 of the King of Football. I'm the King of Football. I know all, I tell all. I'm always watching, and I'm always gambling on football. And each week I'm going to bring you 5 games that you absolutely have to bet on to increase your bankroll. So when you're in the club, you can flaunt and you can taunt with that paper in your pocket. Let's bring in my counterpart, Coach Harvey Ward Van Allen. Last week the coach went 3-2. His season record is 28-26. The King also went 3-2 and hit my lead pipe lock of the week, and my record is 25-29. Let's start off Game 1. I'm 3 back of the coach. I'm creeping on him. Game 1, the Carolina Panthers at the New York Jets. The Jets are not that good of a team, but they're not that bad as well. Carolina's on a roll. And with Luke Kuechly at middle linebacker, they are shutting down teams. I simply don't think the Jets have enough offensive firepower to run or handle the Carolina Panthers. Put your money on Carolina -4 and a hook. Coach?
It's a stretch, but take those points and put your money on the Jets at home. Jets recovering pretty heavily during the beginning of the season. They've slacked off just a little bit. Carolina is on the upswing, but I think the Jets at home this weekend are going to hold them tight. Not saying they're going to win, but I don't think they're going to lose by more than 4.5. Put your money on the Jets and take your money home.
Coach has the New York Jets +4.5 at home. The King has the Carolina Panthers -4.5. Game 2, the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. Tennessee got blown out last week by Pittsburgh. It was awful, but that was Pittsburgh. That was not Indy, and Indy sucks. Their quarterback sucks. Their coach sucks. Their running game sucks. They only have one player worth of shit named T.Y. Hilton. But if no one can give them the ball, and they're not going to, put your money on Tennessee to run the ball down Indy's throats and open up that play-action pass. Put your money on Tennessee -3.5 in Indy. Coach?
Taking the points again at home. Put your money on Indianapolis. Yes, they are awful, but they keep getting better week after week after week. Tennessee is so hit and miss. Who knows? They got the hell beat out of them last week. If they've even recovered enough to get out on the field, I'll be surprised. Put your money on the Colts and take your money home.
Coach has the Indianapolis Colts +3.5 and Tennessee -3.5. I hope they get back up on the field, man. Anyway, from getting that beat down from Pittsburgh. Game 3, the Tampa Bay Bucks at the Atlanta Falcons. No Jameis Winston means I'm taking Tampa +10. Ryan Fitzpatrick can run all over that Falcons defense, and he can throw all over them too, man. Tampa has a decent running game. This is going to be a high-scoring game. The Falcons are back on track, but they don't quite have the D to win this game by 10 or more. Put your money on Tampa +10 in Georgia.
Put your money on the Falcons. Yes, the Falcons' D is not quite what it was last season, but it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, for God's sakes. If he was worth a shit, he'd be starting somewhere. But he's not. He's behind Jameis Winston. And the only reason he's out coming in is because Jameis is hurt and out groping people. Put your money on Matt Ryan and the Falcons to win by more than 10 at home and take your money home.
Coach has his Atlanta Falcons -10. The King has the Tampa Bay Bucks +10 with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Game 4, the New Orleans Saints at the Los Angeles Rams. The Saints are so hot right now. No one expected this out of the Houdat this year. But they're going to run into a Wade Phillips defense this week, which is not going to allow them to put up those crazy points like they've been doing all season. Put your money on Todd Gurley and the Rams defense to keep that Drew Brees-led offense off the field. Take the Rams -2.5 at home. Coach?
Taking New Orleans. They're going to travel west. They're going to get a little bit extra rest. They have actually been covering better on the road than they have at home. They are 3rd best in the league against the spread right now. I am going to stick with Drew Brees and crew. Put your money on the Saints to roll out to L.A., do some damage, win the game, cover the spread, and take your money home.
Coach has the Saints +2.5. The King has the L.A. Rams -2.5 at home. Game 5, the Chicago Bears at the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia is the hottest team in the league right now. Their D-line is destroying everyone. Their linebackers are playing great, which allows their DBs, which isn't the hottest group on the defense, to do their thing as well. Carson Wentz is on fire. They have 3 running backs that are good and a couple receivers that are making it happen. Philly is going to blow out the rookie-led Mitchell Trubisky Chicago Bears. This is a blowout somewhere in the range of 44-7. Put all your money on Philadelphia. Coach?
Gather up that cash and lay it on the Eagles. The King is dead on this one. They are going to destroy Chicago. I actually somewhat feel bad for Chicago. They're going to be embarrassed. Not much else to say. Put your money on the Eagles. All of your money. and take all of that money home.
Coach has the Philadelphia Eagles minus 13, as well as the King minus 13. I got a surprise for the coach right now. We're going to do this as Game 6. The Alabama Crimson Tide at the Auburn Tigers. Auburn has been playing really, really well lately. Bama had a little falter, but they're still right where they need to be. This is a huge game. The King has taken the Alabama Crimson Tide to win this game by more than 4.5 points. Coach?
Woo! It's a stretch. I'm putting my money on the Auburn Tigers. War Eagle, baby. 4 points is not a lot of points, and Alabama has looked unbelievable this season. They've only been held close a couple of times. Auburn has turned it on, though, and really are starting to look like a challenging team. Put your money on Auburn and take your money home.
Coach has his Auburn Tigers plus 4.5. The King has his Alabama Crimson Tide football squad minus 4.5. And now it's time for our lead pipe lock of the week. The King, we're going to go back to an earlier game. Carolina at New York Jets. This is going to be an awful game for anyone who watches it that doesn't have money on it. But guess what? The King's got money on it, so take the fucking under 40. Dog shit game, a lot of punts, Carolina covers, and the under. Coach?
My lead pipe lock of the week, Philadelphia versus Chicago on the overs. It's 44 points. Philadelphia could quite possibly, as the King said earlier, put all 44 of those up themselves. Put your money on the overs. It's going to be a really high-scoring game. I think Chicago finds a way to put some points on the board. Philadelphia will do the rest. Put your money on the over. Chicago, Philadelphia, lead pipe lock of the week.
Coach is going to be really pissed when Philly wins this game 43-0 and the Bears do not score. That concludes another edition of the King of Football. I'm the King of Football. I know all. I tell all. I'm always watching, and I'm always gambling on football. Coach!
Yep.